AI creates vector graphics for your next video course. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about that, stick around to the end. My goal for this channel is to help you create your products as quickly as possible. To do this, I'll walk you through different strategies and techniques to be able to help you create your products. Products like video courses, ebooks, PLR products, as well as PowerPoint presentation tips. And we can't forget about AI tools. Now, if that sounds interesting to you, how about you smash the like button, as well as subscribe, and also hit the bell icon so you can be notified when we upload more videos. Alright guys, let's go check it out. We are at a place called recraft.ai. Now, I'll leave a link for this in the description down below. Now, what we can do with recraft.ai is it can actually create vector images. Now, vector images are really great because you can download it as an SVG file. Now, an SVG file stands for Scalable Vector Graphics. That means that you can put it into a project and resize it any size you want and it won't lose quality. Now, let me show you what a vector graphic actually looks like when you download it. When you download a vector graphic, this is actually the type of file you get. And if you got Edge on your computer, it'll come to you as an Edge file. Let me show you very quickly what it looks like. Now I'm just going to bring this over here a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. All I have to do to make this vector graphic actually work is to grab this and drag it across to here. Now this is a SVG file. As you can see, you now have a full image right here. You've got 4 different people on here, half bodies, right? So what you need to do is go Shift-Control-G and it'll pop up with this box here. Click on that and it separates the file. Now, I would grab the outside box, not the inside box, and I'd move that out of the way and delete that because it's not necessary. Then all you need to do, say for example, if you just want to be able to create have one person, you can now click on this, go Shift-Control-G, and that's going to now separate that. And I would strongly suggest you go Shift-Control-G again so that each person is then manipulated to become individual pieces. Now, an SVG file breaks up into smaller parts. You can move various parts of the body and so forth, and you can break them up into various sections. Now, let's say, for example, I want to be able to move this woman. Let me just grab this woman's head for 1 second, highlight over the top of that, and move that over here. Now I might grab this woman's head, go here, make sure I've got her hair, holding down the Shift key, grab hold of the hair, then grab hold of this, grab that, and then I can put her head right there and replace it with this other woman's head. So you can maneuver various aspects of this particular body. You can scroll in and have a closer look. Now, also another thing you can do, let me just scroll back a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight over this particular woman, and we're going to go Control-G. That brings it all together. And I'm going to now open up a new tab, new slide, hit that, go Control-C, and we're going to put her straight here, go Control-V. And the best part about this, even though she's small, when I expand her up, oops, daisy, Control-Z, when I expand her up by holding down the Shift key, she does not lose any of her features. As you can see, she's completely held together the way you want her to. Now, you might want to expand her up to something massive. And as you can see, she does not lose any quality whatsoever. So let's just delete that. So that's the reason why you might want to get yourself some vector graphics, because vector graphics have got the ability to give you some really good images that are scalable. And that's what I love about SVG files, because SVG files can be scaled into different sizes without losing quality. Okay, so let's go and have a quick look at this. Let's go back over here. You can choose the various different kinds of vector images if you want to. So this, for example, you can use it for branding, and you can do all sorts of wonderful things with it. Now, let's go and have a look at the price. Pricing is very reasonable. Click on that. Over here, you can get 50 free credits per day, or you can do $10 a month and you get 1,000 credits per month. Or you can do, over here you get your advanced one, $27 per month, and you get 4,000 credits monthly. And over here you get your pro, you get 8,400 credits. Now that might be really good if you're wanting to do things like create coloring books, for example, to be able to sell on Amazon KDP or your Etsy store or wherever you happen to sell them. You could create that, and you could then upload that onto wherever you're going to be doing it, and then use that Now, let me quickly show you how to use this. Now, this is the dashboard of recraft.ai. Let's go click over here where it says Create New Project. We click on that. And any second now, this will come up. And I'll just show you that one of the most important things you need to do. After you click here, Image, click on that. This is the part that's the most important. What you do is you click on the Recraft version 3 raw. And what you can do is you can choose this particular one if you want to, which is vector art. Or you can scroll down. You've got the various realism types, which you can't use as vector images. Illustrations can't be used as vector images. You have vector art just here. And now this has got the various types of art that you can use as vector art. Now let's just apply this particular one here. I really like this one. Now I'll be right back once I've written up a prompt and we'll put it straight in there. Now that I'm back, I'm just going to show you, it's very, very basic image of a website on a computer monitor. Now you can choose the different kinds of scales that you want to be able to do. You have different aspect ratios. You can have it as a square, or you can have it as a 5.4 or 4.3, and you can have 16.9, which is probably the most common you'd probably want to have it as if you're going to be doing it as a PowerPoint presentation, or you might want to go, say for example, a square one if you're going to be using it as is. I'm going to go 16.9 and leave it at that. Okay, so let's just hit Recraft, and that will chew up some credits as it's continuing to monitor it. Now this will also open it up in 2 images, and you'll get 2 images as an example. This usually doesn't take too long. Now I am going to pause the video. Oh no, I don't have to. I was going to say I was going to pause the video, but I don't have to. What I might also do is go transparent background. So I've got a transparent background and they don't put anything behind it. But still, you can have a look here and you can see the various kinds that they've got that you can do. Now this one here looks more like a website, and I guess this one looks more like a TV show. So let's try this again. And I've used up 4 credits. And that's really good when you first get your 100 credits to start off with in a month. So let's now go Recraft again. And once again, what I'll actually do is I'll pause the video until it's finished. It won't take too long. That's better. As you can see, it's now got a transparent background. And you got this one here. And these are things you can actually put on your website. Now, when you're wanting to export these, you can actually go over here. You click on the actual individual image, and whichever one you're wanting to export, you go over here, you go Export, and you can export it as an SVG, PNG, JPEG, or a 𝗏𝗏. I don't know what a 𝗏𝗏 is. I'll be quite upfront about that. I don't know what that is. Well, you can do a compressed SVG file, but in this particular case, I'm just going to use an SVG file, and I'm going to download it, and I'll show you what it's like in just a minute. Okay, well now that's downloaded, let's now open up that PowerPoint slide again, and let's now grab an image for the PowerPoint slide, and we'll just pop that straight in there. I'll be right back. Now I've got it right here, I'm just going to drag it over and put it right here. And as you can see, it takes up the entire slide. Now if I hold down the Shift key, I can then maneuver that to any part I want. I can move it around, and if I decide to change the color of the background, I can change the color of the background. Let's just do that very quickly. Go background format. I'll make it as a gradient fill. Oh, it hasn't got a transparent background, but that's okay. So let me show you something very quickly. Just go over here. You go Shift Control G. You go yes. Now what that's going to do is it's going to give you that. Now let's just grab this transparent background and let's just remove it. That background, I mean the white background. And now we have a transparent background. We can go Control G, and then we can now turn that into its own image that we can maneuver around and manipulate any way we want. That's the best part about having SVGs, is you can do that really quickly. You don't need to take this onto various websites like remove.bg or anything like that, because you can just do that and it's done. It's completely done. Now, I'll just put this back over to no fill. There you go, solid fill. There we go, back to this. Okay, so you can do that, and once again, highlight over the top of it, Shift Control G, and it then manipulates it so that you can maneuver things around if you want to. And I'm just gonna go Control Z, and so it puts it back where it belongs. And every little aspect of it is maneuverable and shifting, and you can shift it around to wherever you want. That's the beautiful part about it. And once again, you can manipulate this to be any size you want, Control G, and you can expand it up to any size you want, and it won't lose any of its definition. Let's just bring that down here. And let's just have a quick look at it on the slideshow and you'll see what I mean. Click here, from current slide. And as you can see, it is crystal clear all the way around. There is no loss of quality in that image, even though I expanded it up to a ridiculous size. This is called recraft.ai. You can use this on things like websites and various other places like that, not just PowerPoint slides, but if you want to use it as PowerPoint slides, you can turn this into a video course if you want to. So that is recraft.ai, and as I said, I will leave a link for this in the description down below. If you do happen to click on that, I will get some credits. I won't get paid, but I will get some credits towards adding towards 4,000 credits, hopefully. And if enough people get into it, and if they do it for free, I'll still get credits. So just be upfront about that. You'd be doing me a favor if you do. All right, guys. Hey, if you got some value out of this video, how about you smash the like button as well as subscribe, and also hit the bell icon so you can be notified when we upload more videos. Hey, while you're at it, why not consider sharing? And also leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of recraft.ai. Also too, I'm going to be mixing things up a little bit today. Right here is an image. Now that image is going to be a playlist of all the AI videos that I've ever created. Also too, right here is an image of my head. Now if you click on that, you'll be able to subscribe. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.